and potentially they can pick Farsha for them. But is Farsha the good versus like Arlott and Gatatkacha?
Plus the potential Hayabusa. Carlteasy could still pick the Hayabusa since they're attacking his utility jungle picks here. No Baksha, no Akai. I like how Onic is just really thrown back to about 30 minutes ago when they banned the Akai against their Fredrin.
Honestly, at this point, it feels like a best of 10 because it does feel like we're just going back from the previous matchup. It doesn't even feel like a new series, just add on. This is
Same
season
energy.
2.
It's the same energy.
Same energy, man. And now the Kai gets banned out. And, you know, like you said, the thing about the GOAT is that it almost doesn't matter what he picks up. Fighter, assassin, tank, heck, maybe even the mage, he can make it work.
Maybe Eamon. Leo was cheering for Eamon for so long.
Oh no, Eamon only works against, again, the double triple marksman.
Yeah.
Not happening in this match.
Yeah, but maybe, potentially. So, it's Moscow ban and Team Liquid, last ban. I predict Granger.
So just gonna crack down on possible good picks. So that'll be either Irithel or Granger then, between these two, or the Pocket Beatrix for Kill 1.
Honestly, I'm looking at the finals MVP for 2023 MNC Keyboy. Because even in turn, it's like, when are we going to get that Keyboy moment, right? But you need a certain kind of hero to really do that. As of right now,
Tick.
What?
The Chor Tick.
Chor Tick.
Those are the things that make him do that.
Those are Keyboy moments right there. And honestly, the Badang could have done that as well. So honestly, good ban. Banning out the Kalia as well as the Badang. Really making sure that Keyboy's hero pool is shrunken down a bit.
So it's either just Chor Tick now.
I think that still Granger, by the way, Granger is still available for Onic.
Yes.
I think Team Liquid can, what can they answer? Beatrix plus... It's Granger, yes, it's Granger. And what do you think about Eamon for, I mean, if the Team Liquid...
Oh yeah, you're right, because there's at least 2 junglers, right?
Yes.
I mean, 2 marksmen.
Yeah.
I don't know about Eamon, man. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Something to consider though, Onic can just last pick Matilda. That's clean.
Yep. Honestly, making it so that Fredrin is nigh indestructible. Honestly, very good pick. If it's not Matilda, honestly, there's still a lot of good ones here. And looks like they're going to pick up the Hayabusa as well as the Harif here. So it does feel very tempo-y coming in from TLPH.
A lot of damage, a lot of crowd control from Team Liquid Filipino.
Yep.
And Onic. So, is it Matilda? Or what can...
Cho is weird. I feel like Cho is so weird.
No, Cho, no. I don't think that's the option. And
then that's the
Cho.
hey, I mean, like, I understand the consensus coming from you guys, but you know what?
Because again, consider he kicks, right? Who does the damage from there? Like, you have to aim that. You have to aim the Kimmy, the Granger, or the CC. Again, CC is like a third core.
I mean, at this point, you got to trust the coach. You got to trust the player. Thank you very much to both our gentlemen. But now we're going to be throwing it over to Brigida as well as Mirko to cast the SNB Match of the Day.
Match of the day heading your way, and it is going to be between Team Liquid Philippines and Onic Indonesia. The classic Philippines versus Indonesia matchup. But in the end, only one will remain to go up against the defending champions SRG. We're heading into the Land of Dawn. This is game number 1. And right off the bat, we're seeing a Hayabusa come in from Carlteasy, going up against the Fredrin, the face of utility junglers, but now in the hands of Kyrie.
Hey, if you showed me this draft and you asked me which one is Onic, which one is TL, I would have definitely said Harry's on Haya, Carl's on the Fredrin. But hey, that's how it's going to start here. Welcome to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, for the first game of this series, a best of 5. We're expecting guns blazing from the start, but with the drafts, it may not be guns blazing from the start. It might just be, all right, we'll farm, wait for Turtle, and Team Liquid will be like, all right, I will also do the same and trade instead of contesting for Turtle.
I agree. I feel like there is definitely going to be pressure coming in from both sides. They'll try to keep it going for the majority of the game, but I don't think it will be easy for either of these two to convert them into kills immediately because of the damage. And I feel like damage has been another conversation we always talk about, but in the bottom lane, there's a bit of action too. But yeah, I don't think the Jushin could be enough to burst anyone down just yet, even when JP gets the taunt. And the Kimmy will get to shred people to a certain extent, but maybe not guarantee a kill just yet if Kiboy does find a setup. And that's going to come in later, because Kiboy does still have to wait before his level 4 comes in. But speaking of level 4 though, KarlTzy, is he waiting for something here?
Yeah, he's waiting for Sans to walk up, maybe getting a little cheeky pick off early on, but that's why you see Sans bring the tenacity. Like he's respecting the GOAT, he's respecting how much damage Team Liquid have as well in the team fights, and he knows with the flicker, he is vulnerable. Severo though, winning in lane against Oheb up top.
Okay, maybe it doesn't need to be a coordinated attack after all for us to see the first blood come in. That was close. So the bold laners are definitely going at it. Sanford still not able to get his level 4 just yet. So Onyx ID might be a bit ahead in terms of positioning and gaining control over the turtle. But then TLPH, they will make it though.
Great Crimson Beacon to escape from Traction Pulse. That's an Appraiser's Wrath landing. Kyrie's still able to survive. Gets a 2-man taunt. First blood over to Sanford as that's Lutpi still dealing damage. Keyboy out of the fight already as Sanford gets chunked low. Sanji, Lantern Flare over to Keyboy. And will actually be TL to win Turtle 1. Keyboy caught in a tough spot. No, Sanford flickers out, respecting the Jikundo possibility.
Yeah. So even though we did say that the damage in the early game might be...
Whoa.
Oh wait, hold on, Lutpi! He won't be able to get out of that. So again, Team Liquid, it wasn't necessarily that they definitely wanted to go for kills after kills, but I feel like they literally out-sustained Onyx ID in that fight. They were able to tank enough of the damage, even from Sans, and JP was okay with it. Like, he still walked away, at most, just using the Revitalize. And this is something we constantly see whenever there's a Gatot Kacha too in the early game.
That's really the power of the Gatot Kacha, right? That Revitalize, added sustain as well. And considering the fact that Onyx really don't have a lot of early game magic damage, just makes it very easy for JP to stand in front. And I gotta say, Sanji kind of won them that skirmish. He was the one that baited out the dash forward from Kai from, again, utilizing Crimson Beacon last second.
Yeah.
He used it like pixel perfect before the Traction Pulse actually landed, and now, oh, and that's gonna be a free kill. Severo taken down as Oheb puts him in a clinch position for Karl to just deal damage.
Yeah, there weren't any shurikens needed anymore, nor stacks even. KarlTzy just had to use the Ogi Shadow kill, and there was no way Severo could potentially get out of that. Now, handing over the advantage to Oheb. Probably will be getting his hands on a bit of energy shields here and there, but so far, both sides of Team Liquid have been winning with very minimal rotations coming in from Team Liquid. Oh, but speaking of rotations, Sanji...
Oh, actually pops Crimson Beacon, but should be taken down here, yeah. Even with the Purify, he won't use it, he'll just save it. The Crimson Beacon, I think, was mistapped a bit from Sanji there. Now a 1v1 at the bottom lane, as Sanford is actually winning in this matchup. But Sanji should be actually back up right as the turtle spawns. I don't think Onyx can blitz this, right? Sanford with a jump, final slash over to Severo, doing a whole lot of damage, but now gets caught in a tough spot. Has the way to Dragon Flicker combo. Sanford taken very low, and he gets away. Dang! That's one of the best, if not the best XP in the business right now, but Lutpi is able to get something on the map for Onyx.
They'll have to say goodbye to JP for now, but either way, he doesn't have the AOG anymore. So they won't have ways to set up using the Gatot Kacha, even if he did stay in the game. And so they just decided to save Sanford, keep that advantage intact for Team Liquid, and they will just still hold on to the lead either way. They're up ahead by gold, 1,000 gold, and even despite all that chaos that happened in the mid lane, Oheb was just quietly getting all those energy shields up top. I mean, you could look at how the tier 1 up top is already at half HP, and so Oheb could definitely be a little more active in terms of joining Team Liquid in the fights, because it's not the middle lane duo that's doing majority of the work, because their sides are okay. They could just leave them be.
You can see the SNB goal difference here. Only Kimmy Sans really holding an advantage here. We don't really count Keyboy, right? Because he's on a roam. Sanford's so quick with the Vengeance, man. And I'm not talking about the battle spell. This is going to be quite confusing, guys, all right? Lutpi has Vengeance, the battle spell. Sanford's second skill is Vengeance. Lutpi gets a turret down below on the CC. Oheb up top. It's just a trade. I think this is what we expected early on from Turtle 1, but we're seeing it Turtle 2 onwards.
Oh wait, Keyboy though, holding the brush. Might not actually go for a setup, but it's a great mirror done by Onic ID so far, despite the lead that is already in the hands of Team Liquid. The next objective is going to spawn up top though, and how does Onic ID find a way around this? Kairi has been 2 levels behind, just now got his level 9, and the pressure is still on for Team Liquid. They're the ones who just are capable of coming in at the most unexpected timings. Onic ID, they have a much more systematic approach to pulling off this lineup, because you have to expect that the fight will start with either Way of the Dragon or with Kairi showing himself up, or with Lutfi trying to do a bit of zoning, but it starts now with Way of the Dragon though. It's gonna be JP that's targeted.
In the back line, Severo able to flick around in time. Sun's just right there. Kai brought back by the Lantern Flare, but is looking for more. Sanford caught in the curtain call. Final slash doesn't land. And Onic go back to the mid turret. Lutfi. That's a Vengeance proc and a Vengeance battle spell used up by Lutfi. Both having to back away, but TL with a lot more prio over for Turtle 3.
Yeah, and that's a lot of vengeances really, so we have to not get confused with all that, but Team Liquid clearly in control of this upcoming Turtle. Onic ID holding it together. They're all 5 members complete here though, so they still might attempt to actually look for something.
Goes for Ziku, no, now it's on force, catching him, good stun! Oh, picking up the kill, final slash, combo with the flicker, Kai caught in the bad spot, still able to escape with the help of the traction pulse from Sans, and Carl securing the neutral objective for free. Now looking for the quad shadow, but Sans respects it, flickers back. TL with a solid lead as Sanji puts the Lantern Flare down and zones Sans away, effectively getting this turret in the mid lane for free.
It's so hard to catch Sanford on this Arlott. So maybe some are still wondering why the first pick, and now it seems to be the answer as to why. He's just too comfortable with it. Even that last minute traction pulse that came in from Sans was done, but they target him now.
Yeah, but it's not enough damage to take him down just yet. Vengeance final slash over to 4, bringing him a lot of damage, still sustaining Sanford, staying alive, and Praise's Pride finally gets him down as Carl jumps into the back line, gets the quad shadow, the shadow kill over. That Sans down, Severo kiting away, but Oheb finds a triple on the Harith, and it's just Severo left.
Sanji wasn't afraid to stand in front of the faces of Onic ID. Carl TZ nearly got a shadow onto Severo, but Carl TZ and Sanji, they were the ones who did majority of the zoning and the threatening towards the backlines of Onic ID. I mean, you have to look at this. Right after the duration of the curtain call was already over, they just went around Kairi, closed in onto the backline heroes. That involves Skiboy, that involves Sans. And now it forced Severo just to run away because he could do nothing without his other teammates. Not at this point in time, not at this part of the game wherein they definitely need to do a bit more catching up, a bit more of farming before they could actually engage in a fight.
My lord. Team Liquid are looking scary. JP zoning Severo in the back. Oheb denying as many minions as he can. But in the end, we'll have to take the turret. Yes, Severo gets that cannon minion. It's all right, though. Liquid have already gotten a 1,500 gold lead for Oheb. That's a Starlium build, so not the talisman that we have been seeing from Innocent. Purple buff, almost stolen by Oheb. But again, Carl's already 3 levels ahead.
Yeah. I don't think... Oh, wait. Sanji, okay, still alive. But, yeah, I don't think they have to rely on Oheb too much in terms of dishing out the damage, because the other members are doing a great job at providing that at this point, like Carl TZ,
that's free.
Even just Sanji. So he just has to perform exactly the way he's been doing. Oh wait, JP though!
AOG, and it's gonna be Sanji in the back picking up the kill now. Keyboy with the way to Dragon, but Sanford is right there too. Carl gets kicked, has the quad shadow, but brings Mr. Keyboy into a bad spot for the rest of TL to pile on him.
Despite how desperately Keyboy does want to set the tempo or does want to look for all of the Way of the Dragon. Okay.
That was a zoning ult.
It's a zoning ult. Not necessarily one to set. He had the flicker, but he still didn't want to go for it either way.
Don't question, don't doubt the best XP.
Yes, we don't.
Go.
He can use it later if he wanted to. Now is not the time. But oh my goodness, how this is a 8K gold lead in 10 minutes, and they have a Lord. Marching in the bottom lane.
They still have the final slash flicker combo. Oh my goodness, Sanford finding a massive one in the back, and that will zone all of them away from the turret. Base turret taken down with the first Lord taken in the game, as that's Carl jumping with the shadow kill over to Ludwig. Translates over to the mini waves, that gets cleared out, and TL will move back now. It's too clean from Team Liquid. There are no holes in their game.
The final slash was right on cue. You just mentioned it. And that's exactly what Sanford tried to go for. Another attempt. Zaman forced by OHEB. Are they actually going to go for this though? They're actually trying to target the turret. Oh, but the damage might have been enough to take a kill on Kiboy if he didn't have the flicker.
Carl, finds an angle. Senji gets the kill, I believe, with a Sky Piercer. I'm not even sure if he has a Sky Piercer. Would love to see the items right now. It is. Okay, so that makes a whole lot of sense.
So the damage from OHEB and Sanji. The damage from OHEB and Sanji. That's what you need to avoid if you're Onic ID.
AOG to the back, away to Dragon brings JP back into the base now as the crystal does a lot of damage. Lupe pops in a vengeance, but the shadow kill is doing a lot of damage there. Minion wave not ready. It's cleared out by Onic. A wave in the bottom lane, but the base turret up top will still fall to the minions of Liquid. In 12 minutes, they have stripped Onic ID of all their base turrets.
They didn't need to help the minions up top. And with very minimal effort from Team Liquid, they get to establish this much control and lead in this game against Onic ID. Damage dealt ranking, clearly OHEB is leading the pack. Savannah is somehow dealing a decent amount of damage too, but if you were to take a look at that instant replay, that still felt in a way like a punish towards that AOG. That felt, I guess, a bit miscalculated from JP. The other members of Team Liquid weren't necessarily nearby to provide the necessary follow-up. And it was probably the most uncoordinated we've seen so far in this game, but that still doesn't take away the fact that it has been a clean performance from Team Liquid, and that especially will hold true if they get to secure this upcoming Lord once again.
A 10,000 gold lead to Team Liquid ID. Philippines, my bad. Hey. That happens a lot in MPL ID. Onic ID though. JP is looking for an angle, finds Kyrie in the bush and zones him away. OHEB on the Lord already. Kiboy able to conceal, now walking forward, Sanford able to get the final slash into the back, now destroying that front to back, but attraction pulse lands on Sanford. OHEB jumping in, forcing away the dragon from Kiboy, but the Lantern Flare gets him back for OHEB to claim the godlike. Sanford utilizing the minions to dash like he's a Lancelot.
He let Kiboy through. He didn't care because they knew that Kiboy could only do so much without the other members. Another final slash!
Over to San, still there. Kyrie in the midst of it all, falling down. That's a free Sky Piercer stack. Lippy with the vengeance now against everyone. Gets one, but it's done. Carl Teasy walks up again. Sanji lights up the base of Onic ID, and it is a stomp